Christian Novels Audiobooks, the story of Wayne and Jean Vozzolo, the Crosspenny series, Kisses of Mercy, episode number 128. Bobby caught up with Willie and Beth sitting at a far table alone in the dining hall, eating their cookies and sipping iced tea. Willie, one of the guys who just checked in, put down certified for forklift. Thank you, Bobby, but I got it, Willie answered, holding Beth's hand. Okay, and your office called, Bobby said. Thanks, I'll take care of it, Willie answered, not taking his gaze off of Beth. Okay, looks like you do have it, Bobby agreed as she turned and headed back to the office, munching on a hot cookie. Mark and Gwen came over and sat down across from Willie and Beth. Mark looked at Willie in silence. After an uncomfortably long bout of silence, Mark spoke. If you ever hurt my mom again, you will answer to me, and you won't like it at all. There was more silence. It was more than Gwen could take. I think I'm going to have Trish make a couple of memorial flowers from some of Rusty's clothes. One for me and one for the Whitakers. I'm going to ask her to put this cut ring inside the center of my flower. Beth, if you would like, I'm sure she'll be glad to do one for you, too, with your ring. All four burst out laughing. Mark reached over and shook Willie's hand. Beth made a comment. Looks like the four of us will be spending a lot of time together. No, the five of us. Did you two see that baby just kick the daylights out of Gwen? Mark asked. See it? Nothing. You should have felt it from my side. Gwen laughed and patted her tummy. Ouch! Wrong hand. The four stayed talking and laughing until the lunch bell rang. The Vozzolos returned from the school before lunch and saw the four sitting at a far table. About time, don't you think, dear? Wayne asked. Past time. Come help me decide what's for supper. Jean led Wayne to a shelf of cookbooks in the kitchen. Until lunchtime, the work never slowed down in the mess hall, kitchen, Tony's shed, or around the fence line. As a matter of fact, the work crews swelled significantly and more cots were stuffed behind the pink line. The other certified forklift driver hopped up on the forklift and moved equipment under Carrie's directions. This is easy to just match up the equipment with the first line. That one must have been a real booger bear, the forklift driver told Carrie. It was. Believe me, Carrie replied. Woody went back to Tony's shed. Ever so often he held some wood for the carpenters while the office area began to take shape. It was the only thing he was qualified to do out there. The lunch bell rang, summoning those at the fence line and those working in Tony's shed. After everyone settled down, Wayne picked up the microphone and said, "Let us give thanks to our Lord Jesus Christ." When the mess hall quieted down, he prayed. Usually Wayne and Jean were last in line. Today it was Willie, Beth, Mark, and Gwen. Wayne, we'll be gone for a little while this afternoon. Carrie knows, and it's good with it, Beth said to Wayne, who was standing in front of her. He nodded his head, turned back around, and smiled at Jean. Okay, no problem. Woody, Jean, Wayne, Eduardo, Carrie, and Chester sat together for lunch. Well, we got the go-ahead from Jonathan and Matt a little while ago, Wayne said. Vozzolo Produce as a corporation stays intact, but will be doing business as a DBA, 5-star gourmet fresh produce. A second DBA is Grandma Maud's dried soup. And we will be repainting the delivery trucks all white with no identification except what's required by law, Jean added. What about the sign out by the road? Chester asked. Well, if you can safely dismantle it, then take it down after lunch. But I'd like to keep it in the tractor barn. Maybe one day we can put it back up. Woody listened intently. But I'm not repainting the old white truck nor my truck. The commercial bus drivers and everyone at the bus stations know to tell these kids to only go with someone from Vozzolo Produce. Their safety is more important than the threats and lies against Vozzolo Produce, Wayne solemnly stated. May I ask who Jonathan and Matt are? Woody asked. 2 guys who lived in the bunkhouse and are now lawyers in the city. They are forever on retainer lawyers. As a matter of fact, these 2 lawyers and these 2 rascals, Wayne pointed to Chester and Eduardo, are responsible for this place crawling with workers. Jean added, all these extra guys at one time lived in our bunkhouse. Saturday is homecoming at the high school. Chester and Eduardo both shouted, Go Iguanas! And the whole mess hall erupted with loud Go Iguana yells. Okay, Woody, everyone who just shouted lived here at one time or another. They usually show up on either the Friday before homecoming or on Saturday to visit with us, then go to the game. Usually they leave on Sunday afternoon, Jean explained. Rumor has it no one is leaving this year until the fence is done and Tony's shed is finished, Eduardo added and laughed. Oh, I see, Wayne and Jean. Is it okay if I stay in the camper and get Travis settled in Friday, then take him to the game Saturday? I know he would love to see it. I don't think he's been to a live ball game since before Vietnam. I plan to leave sometime Sunday afternoon, Woody explained. Sure, you might as well stay until after preaching Sunday afternoon. It's not that far back to the city, Wayne invited him. How did you know I live in the city? Woody asked. Trish said you mentioned that you live there, and it would be closer for you to visit Travis down here than where he is now, Jean answered. Woody looked at the clock on the wall. Excuse me, I need to leave. Lunch was delicious, thank you. He nodded his head and took his plate to the wash station and left it. By the time he came back from the camper with his suit bag and his toiletry bag, everyone who had eaten lunch in the mess hall was back at work either at the fence line or across the street at Tony's shed. Even Willie, Beth, Mark, and Gwen were gone. The only ones left in the mess hall were the kitchen crew cleaning up. Wayne and Jean went to the office and waited for their 1:30 appointment with an unknown government official for unknown business. From a distance, Woody watched them go inside their office. Then he slipped inside the mess hall kitchen to use the phone. Is it clear? He asked. Yep.